Hi, I'm Mike with House on the Mend, and in this video we're going to turn this pallet to this saddle stand. Complete with a tray at the bottom for the cinch and other straps. So let's get started.
House on the Mend.
Well, we recently had a brand new trampoline delivered and it came with this pallet. I've left it out in the sun and it's gotten this really pretty golden kind of color to it. Perfect, no graying yet, so it's the perfect time to make it into a nice project. Now, I'm not going to mill the wood very much. I want it to look very rustic because Dale Brisby says,
I've got this old school saddle pad rack, okay? If you don't have an old school wooden saddle pad rack, then you ain't no cowboy.
and my daughter Aspen is on her way to becoming a cowgirl, so the rustic look is the look for us. Now, the basis for our design is going to be these plans that I paid for and downloaded off of Etsy. I'll leave a link for it. Now, to aid us in our efforts, I purchased the Pallet Buster from Vivor with my own money, and we are going to see if we can't break down this entire pallet with just this tool. It's got these two really substantial claws on it that you can see here, and this cross member that goes right in the wooden piece here to give equal pressure on either side of the nails in the center. All right, I got Cowgirl Aspen here, who's going to be the recipient of this saddle stand. You ready to give it a try?
Yeah.
Nice, smooth, and gentle. Let's see what happens. Atta girl. Now, we noticed right away that if you don't put any weight on this side, that it's gonna come up like that, so. Is that all your weight?
Yeah.
All right, let me try.
That piece is not having it.
Yeah. All right. Claw on either side, and I'm just going to go real gentle because we're trying not to break this wood.
I'm gonna go way enough to keep this piece down.
There we go. Nice. That worked good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll get the other side. Let's pop that remaining nail up. Yeah! Hey, that works good. Look at that.
It does.
We'll be able to get those nails out with a claw hammer, huh? All right.
Both sides?
Yeah, now, one of the things I saw when using these with only one side on the edges here was that it tended to break the piece. So what they suggested is we get a piece of wood in there to distribute the weight out a little bit, or the pressure a little better. So I'm going to slide just a piece of plywood and put it right like that, and then we can load this guy. And put him dead center again. And let's see how that works. Got it? Oh, there it goes, and it didn't break.
That was quite the pop.
All right, let's see if we can get this one. Wow.
That was a little bit stuck. Pretty loud pop.
I'm actually bending it. Look at that. It's bending. Well, this isn't as heavy duty as I thought it was. This thing's heavy, you know? And it bends like that. Dang. There we go. There. All right, hold that up for the camera. There's our first piece. It works, just it's not that easy. These are really spiraled nails.
There's still a nail in there.
Yeah, we'll get all that out, but that's nice. No cracks other than what was already in it.
Yep.
You want to try another one?
See if it doesn't lift up my entire body weight.
Those spiral nails, they take some pressure to get off.
Dude, this pole is literally.
Just hang, yeah. That girl. There, you got it.
Took a bit.
Put a few rocks in your pocket. Yes. There we go, there we go. Good. Boy, that went real easy. Maybe we'll just bend these last ones up and do something like that. Yep. I hear it. Yep. Good. Good, good. Excellent.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey, good job.
Sweet.
Thanks, baby.
That was fun.
And here's our yield of wood for our saddle stand, as well as a bunch of cleanup to do. But I'll take care of that. So between the top and the bottom deck boards are the stringers, and there's 3 of them in our particular pallet's case, and they are notched underneath for the forklift to come under the pallet to lift it up. So I took 2 of those stringers, I cut them in half to make 4 feet, and then I ganged them together in pairs and rounded the corners with my tabletop sander. I then took the 3rd stringer and I cut with my bandsaw this bow in the center to mimic the back of a horse right behind the withers. And as you can see in this video, it fit perfectly into the bottom or top of Aspen's saddle. Oh, that's gonna fit nice, huh?
Perfect.
Love it.
Clicks right in place.
Sweet. Finally, we measured the length from front to back of Aspen's saddle. It's about 22 inches, so we decided that we would want our stand to be 24 inches long. Next, I took 2 of the deck boards and I made them the legs. And here they are. Let's go over the components. So here's one deck board made into a leg. Now we measured Aspen's saddle, and if this saddle stand is 32 inches high when it's finished, then her stirrups will be just off the ground, which is what we want. As you can see here, I glued and screwed 1 foot on either side of the deck board. So this will be the front face, and then we have an identical one for the rear face of the saddle stand. I then took a deck board, cut it into half, and glued and clamped it together as you see in this picture so that I could get ready to make this front face. I did the exact same thing for the back face. I decided that I wanted this top rail to be notched into the front and back legs, just like you see here. So I took the time, measured out, cut the notch, and then I measured the slope of the saddle, and as you see here, it was about 100 degrees. So to make it easy for myself with my miter saw and my other tools, I cut these slopes on either side of the leg up top here to be 90 degrees. When it came time to measure the depth of this slot so that the top of the stand and the slope would be the right distance apart, I was sure to take into account the 1/2 inch that was going to be added when we put the cross pieces in. Now as I flip this around, you might be able to see this 3rd piece on the back. That is the cutoff from the deck board that I also notched and glued and laminated on here for a little bit more strength when we are securing the remaining deck boards across between the 2 legs. So these clamps held everything in place while the glue dried overnight. Now we're ready to pre-drill and put some screws in. I'm going to use a ample amount of 1 1/4 inch screws here. I want to countersink them a bit so that we get into this front face without having any mechanical fasteners showing on the front face. So I used a pocket hole joinery jig made by Craig to pre-drill for the upper cross brace. Then I did a dry fit so that I could measure for the base of the tray at the bottom of the stand. And once that was cut and in place, with the help of my speed square, I glued and screwed the top plate into place, And now I'm going to use some of the original spiral nails that we pulled out of this pallet to secure the base of the tray in place. Since those mechanical fasteners are going to be visible, I want to keep them looking rustic. So I've pre-drilled the holes, and let's get them into place. So Aspen made this cute little horseshoe with the horse on her 3D printer, so let's attach that. I think we'll get it right here in the center and put a few nails in it just like you would a real horseshoe. How cute is that? And there we go. I think it turned out great. With the exception of a few screws and some glue, the rest of it was all the reclaimed lumber and nails from the original pallet. And look at this. It fits just perfectly in the round spot that we cut out and the slope that I cut into these boards. I particularly love this tray down here for the cinch and other things to rest in, and we have great clearance for the stirrups. So if you found this video helpful, will you please give it a thumbs up? It really helps the algorithms to start suggesting it to more viewers like you in their feeds. Also, please consider subscribing. We're working really hard to put out good quality content. We got a lot more videos to come as far as tool reviews and working on our basement. And it's free. You just log in and hit follow or subscribe, depending if you're on Rumble or YouTube. And it really helps the channel. Now, I'll leave a link to the VVOR tool that we use. Just keep in mind that it bent for me on the first use, but maybe you can compare that one to another tool. Full disclosure, that'll be an Amazon affiliate link, so if you click on it and end up making a purchase, it won't cost you a thing, but I do get a small reward at the end of the month. Until next time, thank you for watching.